Hello and welcome to today's episode of Show Me Your Stack. Today I'm sitting down with Sam Queen from CloseDr, who I actually got to meet a couple weeks ago at Inbound, which was really fun to meet people in person too. So Sam, tell us about yourself.
Hey, I'm Sam Queen with the CloseDr team. I used to call myself the CloseDr, and sometimes I like to dress the part. But just with the CloseDr team, I'm the founder and CEO, and we focus on building sales processes that people use. That's it, as simple as it sounds. Building sales processes that people use. We're CRM agnostic, we're tech stack agnostic. We ultimately just want to build the best.
I love it. So that's really why I wanted to sit down with you today is because you're a tech stack agnostic and CRM multi-user, I want to hear what's in your tech stack. So what do you have for us at number 5?
Multi-user number 5 on my tech stack list is gonna be PandaDoc.
Okay.
PandaDoc is my document builder. It's my tool that I use to track my contracts. I use it to automate my contracts going out through Zapier, and I've had some really cool use cases with it before in a previous business as well, where we help moms get their babies to sleep through the night, and we would build custom sleep plans
What?
inside. And yeah, crazy.
How did
That's
I
not.
not know this? What the? All right.
I don't know how you didn't know this. Yeah, that's a side project.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Talk
we
about
would,
that one later.
yeah, we'd map our custom fields and the variables that go into a baby's sleep inside of PandaDoc. And now I use it to send out my contracts, send out my proposals, see if they're getting viewed, what parts of them are getting viewed, so I can ultimately make them better as I work bigger and bigger deals.
I love that. All right. What do you have for us at number 4?
At number 4, I am going to go with, I'm revisiting my list here. All right, at number 4, I'm gonna go with the homie Zapier. There are a lot more tools coming to the market. A recent one I've come across is Bardeen, Bardeen.ai. I met them at HubSpot Inbound as well, and they're really leveraging AI to build Zap structures. But I would call myself like a Zapier wizard. You throw me inside of there, I can build any automation, any integration. I can make any piece of tech stack talk to another piece of tech stack, and I don't know how to write a single line of code.
All
And
right.
Zapier has just been that tool for me over the last 6 years.
That's awesome. Okay. What's at number 3?
Number 3 on the tech stack list, I am going to say is, I've got number 1 and number 2. I gotta save those. I can't get
Yeah.
to those.
Okay.
Number 3 on the tech stack list for me is going to be, I'm gonna give number 3, I'm between 2 here, but I'm gonna give number 3 to Typeform. I've
Okay.
been a
All right.
Typeform fan for a very, very, very long time.
Okay.
Typeform, I love asking questions. I love doing surveys. We did that unofficial HubSpot partner platform review ahead of Inbound. And we used Typeform to gather, 120 responses. And we used Typeform to look at the drop-offs on where people weren't answering questions. And we were able to remake our form to get more people to complete our form and to give us more data so we can write better articles, and we can publish better data, we can make better decisions. I love using Typeform in a qualifying process to qualify leads as they come through the funnel. I love using Typeform to lead score. And I've been fortunate enough to meet their team at Inbound, so that kind of helps. I got a tour of their office in Barcelona when I was out there. That kind of helps. And they also have their tool Video Ask. I don't know if you've ever used Video Ask before.
No, I haven't heard
It's a
about
Typeform
that either.
product. It's a Typeform product. It's surveys, but with videos,
Oh, that's
which is pretty
cool.
cool too.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm gonna have to look into that because I also am a Typeform user, so I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. All right. You said you had your number two. What is it?
I got my number two. I'm gonna give my number two to the pill. And the reason I'm saying it's the pill is because I paid white label that thing.
Yeah.
And you guys, if you're watching this, can probably understand what the pill is about. But the pill makes sales process adoption easy. That's what it does. It takes out the guesswork. We don't use Google Docs or Loom videos that get pinned in Slack channels or never read, or thrown in a Telegram group and never read. And instead, we actually install the pill directly inside of our CRM. Why is it called the pill? Because we prescribe solutions to help you close more deals faster. And there's a pill inside. It looks like maybe if like a pharmacy floor got, like ransacked
I
during
love it.
zombie apocalypse. There's just little pills everywhere in your CRM. And if you hover over them, they'll probably do something pretty cool for you. They'll help you through where you're at in your sales process. They'll guide you through the next step, because we really care about sales process adoption. The best sales process is one that ultimately gets used. Whether it's a stack of index cards. Now, I still write all of my notes on my sales calls. Hopefully, like, this can't be seen. All of my notes on my sales calls on pen and paper, and then I get them into my CRM and my fancy integrations and stuff. But I use this. Like, I follow this. I've done this for 6 years. And the best sales process is one that gets used, and one that gets used at scale. And we just found over 200 plus CRM implementations. It's not the CRM. It has nothing to do with the CRM. Building the CRM is not the thing. It's important to build the automation, to build the workflow, but it's really important to make sure that the sales rep changes the deal stage, or changes the lead status, or does whatever it is that's going to go kick off that fancy workflow that you just paid some agency, $10,000 to go build inside of your HubSpot account. None of that is going to matter if you don't follow it. If we roll out a new sales process and we want send a push notification into 20 sales reps accounts, 30 sales reps accounts, 300 sales reps accounts, we can do that with the pill. We can build that new process. We can build it inside of the pill, and that Chrome extension we can roll out inside of any CRM that you're using. And now you have your own custom welcome wizard.
Right.
To go through. Have you heard of this before?
I have, and I've seen it in action, and I love it. It's great. And I loved it. Inbound, the branding, like you went all in with your branding too. Pills falling on the floor. I love it. I love it. All right, what do you have for us at number one?
Number one's gotta go. This one's really easy. Didn't have to think about this one at all. Number one's gotta go to my favorite sales CRM, Close CRM, Close.io, Close.com, whatever you want to call it. Yep. I am their number one partner, but first and foremost, I'm their number one fan. Everything that I just mentioned on this tech stack list, I was not paid to be here to say. I'm just fans of those. I like those tools. I pay for those tools, actually. I send business to those tools. I refer people to those tools. Close CRM is the best CRM to sell things. The only people that use it are people that want to sell more things. You don't use it to go build the best marketing campaign in the entire world. You don't use it to go build the best, service team and fulfillment team in the entire world.
Right.
But if you want to sell more things, killer. The best tool, simple to use. My favorite sales here.
All right. Well, I love that your tech stack flow actually all led to that and all encompassed getting to close. What are you hearing about in industry that you're excited for? Like a new tech stack that's out there, or, I know you've done a few events back to back. You're meeting a ton of people. What are you excited about?
Okay, what's happening in the industry right now is there's a lot of, I'm really close to the HubSpot fire right now because we just went to inbound and we've done a lot of research getting into that ecosystem and positioning ourselves and spending a lot of money and investing in people and training. And the messages that were heard there and the conversations that I had there is, HubSpot's going to keep having like sick updates. So it's just such cool updates. It was really a cool event for like, oh my gosh, HubSpot is doing some cool things. And I went to Partner Day and I talked to hundreds of people. You saw me work.
Right,
I
right,
was talking to everyone I could, every single person I could. And everyone is, a HubSpot implementation partner. They want to build something inside of HubSpot, and they build inside of Marketing Hub, or they build inside of Sales Hub, or they build inside of Service Hub. And it was amazing how many people that say they're experts in Marketing Hub also said they're experts in Sales Hub. And you can get that
right,
all in our report. And you look at that and you're just like, how could that be? What's going on here? Well, it's just because they're focusing on building. Too many of these partners I see are focused on the build, and it's a good industry. It's a solid industry. You can build a business that's worth 20, 30, 40 million dollars from what I can see in the HubSpot partner ecosystem. But the build is like the
right,
foundation. Like
right,
it's like
right.
down here. Everything above that, how the person feels about the sales process, their relationship with it. Can you intrinsically make them motivated to want to follow the sales process? Why is it important to follow the sales process? What does a salesperson care about? They probably care about money. How much money do they want to make? And how does that tie back to why following sales process is important? Why making $100 a day is important? Why making 200 calls a day is important? Why clearing your inbox is important? Why taking notes where you need to take notes is important? Why changing the deal stage is important? And how all of that ties back to the money you're going to make, and how the money you're going to make is going to let you go on the trip that you want to do, or provide the family the way you want to provide it. Sales, people, process, and skill. There's a lot of people in the industry focused on the process. World
Right,
class people. We work with those partners. We
right.
leverage those partners. But there's more to that picture in the world of sales than just building the automation. We say a lot like we won't out automate accountability.
Yeah,
That's how a lot of these companies try to solve their sales problems. Hey, can we just get this automated?
right. But
Hey, can you just get the sales rep to do their job?
I like that. My wheels are spinning, and I'm like, I like that perspective a lot. Um, all right, what are you working on then? You shared
What
some
are we
insight
working
about your
on?
talks, your tech stack, some of the problem sets you learned about it inbound. So what are you working on?
We are working on a lot of fun things. Like our energy coming out of inbound right now is just so exciting at the company. We are working on tripling down, 10xing down, 1000xing down on brand. So brand is going to be really important for us,
Right,
and the stories and the collection of memories that we have as a company, and how we build that brand. We're working on I'm continuing to grow our content team, a team of evangelists. I think I took that
right.
title from Kyle Jepsen. We love making YouTube videos. Well, we have everyone, all of our core team members, they have to make a YouTube video every week. It's just what we do. Because everyone that works with us is smart and has a personality and has something to say and has something to share. So we
Right.
want to get evangelists in the HubSpot world, in the Salesforce world. We're still working on that. We just got one in the go high level world.
Mhm.
We can make HubSpot videos, but we want to make better ones with somebody.
I do. I have to say, like, I mean, Supert is definitely brand focused too. But I have to say, like, leaving inbound, I'm like, the Close Doctor team killed it with branding. Like,
Oh,
I
thank you so
loved
much.
it. So you're definitely the brand that, I mean, I'm obviously not gonna say Supert's. I work for them. I built the conference, but outside of that, I'm like, if there was one team I had to pick that I'm like, I know who they are and what they do now, it's your team.
Ah,
So.
that worked. Well, did you see what happened when we left? Thank you so much. Did you see what happened when we left inbound and went down to New York and we started talking? Did you see this yet? I don't
I
think I
saw
posted.
your whole story. Like I've been following it on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I love this full
I don't think I
story that you're.
posted this part yet, though. I went
Okay,
down
you're
to,
gonna have to tell me, but for our listeners, I'm like, you were in Vegas, right? At
yeah.
a trade show. Then you flew straight to Boston. Then you went straight to New York. So how does this story wrap up then?
Well, we wanted to go in Vegas. It was for a client. It was for a
Yeah.
fence expo.
Right.
Crazy, fences, like
Yeah.
actual fences. If you're listening right now, fences. Um, and we crushed it there. We turned that event into our event, and we just had a booth there. And we got to
Yeah.
take that energy and ride it into inbound. It's
Totally.
like, all right, let's go make this our event. Let's go do the thing. And we had hundreds of pills that we handed out. These are just mints.
Yeah.
We had the unofficial HubSpot partner platform review that we did, that we got to talk to people. We had those Deadpool ads that we filmed. We had, we got the attention of Ryan Reynolds. There's the sign. There's my souvenir.
I
We did
love
all,
it.
yeah, we did all of those things with a goal to just get attention. That's all we wanted. Like, let's just go get attention. Let's get people murmuring a little bit.
Yeah.
And we
Totally.
go down to New York, and I do a whole other bit where I do make another. It's not your CRM, it's you sign, and I go stand in front of the
Yes.
sales.
Okay. Okay. I've seen these signs on LinkedIn everywhere.
Yeah.
So
And then I started doing like man on the street interviews. And I was like, hey, like, do you work in sales? Do you work in sales? Do you work in sales? Some guy says, yeah, I do work in sales. What was his name? Bruno. Shout out to Bruno if you're watching this right now. You made my whole trip. Bruno's like, yeah, I do work in sales. I'm like, oh, do you use a CRM? He's like, yeah, I use HubSpot. And he looks at Jordan behind the camera and he goes, oh, HubSpot, inbound. I just saw you guys in Boston.
you're like it worked. Full
It
circle.
worked. It worked. It was amazing. It was a full circle moment.
That's awesome. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that your time at Inbound was worth it, I don't know what else does. So
Yeah, we're stoked.
I love it. Well, Sam, thanks so much. It was a pleasure to meet you in person. I'm so excited to see what you all do and build this year with your brand. It's so fun. And I agree, your team is fun. I'm just excited for you. I can feel your energy and thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Let's shuffle up and show me your tech stack, where every episode is a high stakes reveal of the tools that are aces in our guest book, where chips are down and digital decks are on the table. Are you ready for the best in class tech? Let's deal these cards and see what comes up. Who's ready to double down on digital innovation with me?